Hello. Welcome to the stream. It's Friday. Finally. Got more Grocket to level. No, we got 1 level yesterday, 1.5 levels even. Down in Foralis, I think we're going to start with Lord Shalzaru. And then go do whatever. Maybe grind until 47 and then do all the rest of the quests, but we'll see. We shall see what happens when it happens. We're also buying water now, so it's very expensive.
Good luck, friend.
Yay. I love buying water. But at least we can make food. But I said I would be here, and I'm here. Let's go. Alright, Lord Shalzaru first, I think. Should have the quest, yes. There are at least a few things to do down here. Do Shalzaru, and then see about what I'm feeling, because we've got... We do need to go get the missing Curia. We do need to do the Giants and the Sea Elementals. I don't think I want to do them at level 46, however. I did them at level 46 on the Boomkin. It wasn't great. So we might just end up grinding the rest of the way to 47 after this quest. And see how that treats us. Then at 47 we can probably do all of the quests in Foralis that we have, apart from, you know, the stuff up here. And all of those Foralis quests should get us at least like halfway to 48, I would say. There's a lot of quests. Seems like the Scourge are everywhere but Ajara right now. I think it's pretty much the trend. Scourge everywhere. It's not great. Gonna combust. Yeah, we'll at least get a little bit of prog in today. I think at least to 47. I don't know if it will be a super long stream. Because I might have a little thing to do this afternoon. Still waiting on an email, but we'll see. Kill this one through the wall. Yeah, why not? That was the wrong ward. Love when I press the wrong button. Silly me. Pearl to start the day. Nice. He actually got that frostbolt off. Impressive. Considering she was dead. Nice. Rocket's coming out swinging today. We're not even making content for his video yet. He doesn't need to be this good yet. Look at this. He's absolutely blasting. I did write Let's Blast. Or like, you know, when you start the stream and it's like an intro message. Let's Blast. So I guess he's just following orders. Good on him. But yeah, I wanted to do Lord Shalzaru because, I mean, we'll be fighting mobs that are giving us good experience anyway. So if we are grinding, we might as well start by grinding our way to a quest. Just... when the mob doesn't lose 25% of its health. Ugh. Terrible. We got some good questing in yesterday. We finished the pirates in Tanaris. They have a frost shock as well, okay. Alright then. You learn something new, not every day, but someday, playing classic WoW. I would say every day, but I've been playing this game for forever. So I don't really learn something new every day anymore. Back in the day, yeah, 100% you learn something new every day. Great. Logging in and learning a new thing. Like, whoa, look at this. Telling your friends about it. And they get to learn the new thing. What a good time. We should drink before the sorceress comes up here. That is one thing that I miss about playing MMOs before the internet was really, like, massive. That all the information was shared between, you know, your guild or your group of friends, rather than you go on Wowhead and look it all up. One thing my friends and I are doing with Warhammer, when we do get started, is not looking things up, really. Like, I don't mind them looking up a build guide or something like that if they want to play better. But dungeons and, like, open world exploration, stuff like that, no, it's gonna be all natural. I think it would be fun. Like, I've already put a few hours in, so I have a bit more knowledge. I will probably share some knowledge with them, but I will also let them go off and explore on their own. No matter what, it'll be fun to just get around in a new, well, not new because I've played it many years ago, a new video game. Kill everything in this cave. Not everything, but things that matter. And loot them for our Staff of Jordan. Swear, if I get a Staff of Jordan, I don't know what I'm doing with it, but it would be nice. Hello. Gift to the mate. Drinking game, drinking real life. Gotta be immersed when you're playing a caster. I honestly think that I have to go to the toilet more when I'm playing a caster than when I'm not, because I immerse myself, you know, I drink and then I drink. Very hydrated gaming. Yes, we are maging today. Hoping to get at least a level. Thought I'd do a scary cave for the first quest of the day. Do I have enough mana to kill? Possibly. Yeah, we should be okay. As long as we don't get resist. Would have been awkward if she walked away and pulled Brito. But we are a mage. We do have mana in the backup. Got the mana jade. We got the evocation. Wouldn't be the worst thing either. You like Grocket's little scarf? He had a green wizard hat on and now he's got a green scarf on. Big name. Nice. This one out of the way, and then should be able to do the Lord Galzaru. Kinda don't want to have to drink, so I'm just gonna wait for Frost Ward and then go. Maybe get like 3,000. Pyroblast. See you later. A bit overkill. But I mean, overkill is fun, isn't it? Alright, with 40,000 experience from leveling, we've still got to get out of the cave, so we're gonna have to kill some more mob. Quest is only worth 3,000 experience. Do I grind the rest of the 40k? Just to make it a bit safer for what we're doing. Because I'm thinking Grocket's going to need at least a level worth of grinding throughout this league. Maybe even more because of the Scourge being around. And this is where it gets a bit scary. Respawns are going to happen. Now we need to get out of the cave. I'm not 100% sure if I just want to grind now or do some quests that are a little bit harder. I am going to kill the ones behind me before I go forward, because those two not respawn yet. Don't want things to become too awkward. That was so lucky. Because the sorceress just respawned, it wasn't yet awake. Oof. Made my heart beat a little bit though. Even though she was moving, she was sleepwalking. We did get quite lucky there. Oh, you're dead, mate. Now we'll take out the sword. Kentucky Fried Sorcerer. See ya. Sometimes you just know that a mob's dead. Like, it's already dead on your screen before it dies, you know? Fire Mage's pretty nice though, isn't it? Big damage. We do be critting a lot today. Like we're getting quite lucky on our crits. It's way better than yesterday. Look at the death and devastation we have left behind. We've already gained 5k experience just getting out of the cave, so I don't think it will take that long to just grind the rest of this level, honestly. If we just stay down around here. Done in like 20 minutes. Be honest. Oh, you bastard. You really just LOS the shit out of me. Like, he LOS and then he just keep LOSing. Rude. Maybe we'll get some more black pearls. We don't need them. But maybe we'll get some more. I have 17 of them. I didn't need 17 of them to begin with. Yeah, there's nothing like a little bit of grinding in for Alice. You know, done it so many times already during the hardcore meta. What? Just to get to 47 though, to make the next quest that we're gonna do a little bit easier, because fighting level 49s as a caster when you're 46 is not very exciting. Most of the content is just resist. Not the best. We also have this quest to hand in, but the Scourge are out there, so I'm not sure if it will be doable. Gotcha. So Pyroblast on this guy. I feel a crit. Gonna do 987 damage. It wasn't 986. It was such a little pyroblast crit. What the hell? It was littler than the fireball. 6-second cast for that first. Another scroll of steam. Who will fin like 3 mobs? Well, at least it's only 30,000 experience to grind. We'll be done within, 60 or so mobs. Probably. Which isn't that bad on the Fire Mage, because we're doing 300 DPs. Could be worse. Could be on the Paladin grinding away. Ugh. Having to do that was so excruciating. Or we'll just grind until we run out of water. In real life. I am looking forward to level 48. I don't know if I'll make it there today. Really depends. But we do get a new fireball at 48. And it's 80 top end damage higher. So I think we should be critting for over 900 with fireball pretty regularly. Level. Or in 2 levels. Be quite fun. I do like big numbers on the screen. Part of why Grocket is really fun, because big numbers on the screen. This one as well. No, she's walking away. Didn't want none of it. Question. Explode. That's just good content, right? Just press 2 buttons, do 1300 damage. Plus, if Ignite had ticked, that's another like 600 damage. So almost 2000 damage within 2 buttons. At level 46. Still got so much more power to come. That's why everyone should play Fire Mage and not Frost Mage. Frost Mage doesn't give you this much excitement. One's gonna be slow though. Got low end damage. Alright, have all the mobs respawned yet, or are we too quick? We have to go back in the cave. I don't mind having to go back in the cave. Not regularly something you'd search out, but if I have to. We haven't really had any super dangerous situations with Grocket for quite a while. Someone's tooting. Being the main character. Go toot 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 toot. I think the last dangerous situation was maybe in the 30s. I had a few extra mobs aggro and I had the sheep one and funny business that mages do. Might get 2 mobs here, but didn't. I am enjoying that counterspell makes my cast also silent. I don't know why it shouldn't do that, but it's like I silence myself. Like the animation just disappears and then fireball comes out of nowhere. Look at that little gremlin. Order? I got asked to do 1 dungeon on Alia for the 7 levels I was on that character. I've been asked to do like 4 dungeons since logging into Grocket. I've only been on this character for like 4.5 hours. People like mages. 619. Rey Mysterio. I don't need to tell you guys because I've already told you lots, but that's my favorite wrestling move. For no reason other than it's just a jump out of the ring, kick a man in the face. Pretty funny. And Rey Mysterio is pretty cool. He's wearing a mask, that's pretty sick. I remember the first time he got his mask taken off. It was terrifying. Like, why are they showing his face? Blind old man has reached level 60. Well, if blind old man can reach level 60, anyone can reach. Like, crossing over rope immediately. Sometimes it's not worth pressing. Sadly, Garland didn't reach level 60, so he is worse than a blind old man, but that's okay. As someone who has reached level 60 on multiple characters or dying on one in hardcore, I don't mind losing one character. It was good character building and good story building. Like, if I got through the hardcore medley losing 0 characters, I feel like it would be a worse series than, you know, the fact that I lost a character. I'm never gonna kill a character for content, but it does add some drama. Hey, I didn't say it. I definitely didn't die for content on Garland. I died because I was stupid and had forgot how to play Warlock. Got me where my buttons were. I think I should have enough mana to kill this one. Drag it over here though. We won't drag it over here. $20,000 experience to go. Yeah, it's not taking that long. We needed 40,000 experience before, and now I'm 20, so. Been less than half an hour of leveling. This is fine. We open with a double crit on the sorcerer. Or just 666. Oh dear. I am gonna start heading out of the cave now. I'm not gonna kill all the way again. Obviously, I don't really want to be dealing with respawns that badly. Not looking to get Grocket killed. He is our tailor, and I do like having really good gear on my priest. See, if Garland was like a tailor or something, I would have felt really sad when he died, but because he was just a character and no professions, it wasn't like that heartbreaking. And Garland was one of the characters that I liked the least because Warlock was not that fun to live. Not every character's created equally, you know? Some have their charm, some are really fun. Like my dwarfs, absolutely charming characters. I like their character, I like the way they look, I like everything about them. But I don't really like how they play because Hunter and Paladin are very boring. Garland was just a bald male human warlock. So it was boring times 2. He really didn't have it. Like, everything was against him from the start, basically. So when I lost that character, it wasn't that big of a heartbreak. There was someone posting and asking on the WoW hardcore subreddit if they should play hardcore if they get really invested in their characters. And it's like, yeah, that's what makes it better. If you're really invested in your characters and then you die, it's sad, you know? It's like, fuck, my character. So you do everything you can to stay alive. Like, whenever I have a character that I'm really invested in, I felt it last week when Alia was down to like 400 HP, my heart starts fucking racing. There's so much adrenaline just pumping through your veins. It's like, holy shit, I don't want to die right now. I would be absolutely upset if I die. And I do enjoy Alia a lot. So when we got close to death, I was like, or fuck. I didn't have that with Garland. Garland just died and then it was over. That was it. I felt basically nothing. To be fair though, I didn't expect what happened. Definitely didn't help. But that is something that happens when you try something you've never done when you're playing hardcore. And then you get someone comment on your YouTube channel saying, why didn't you do this? And it's like, well, I didn't know it was gonna happen. Like, duh. You want me to read the guide before I do all the quests? Like, where's the fun in that? Do a pyroblast because I need some mana back. Alright, we've got two. Nice. Did get a crit. Like, we got two fireballs worth. We need a crit. And then the crit happened before I even said it, so works. It is funny though, like a lot of people that watch my video content aren't people that watch all of the video content. So they'll see one video, right? And assume that I'm just playing that one class and I'm meant to be good at it. Like when you get to level 40, generally you're pretty good at a class by then. But because I'm playing multiple different classes, I forget pretty much everything about the classes when I play them the next time. Other than the stuff that is ingrained in my brain. So sometimes you'll have someone comment on your video saying, why didn't you use this? Why didn't you do that? It's like, oh, I forgot I had it. That's exactly what happened on Garland. I completely forgot I had friggin' banish and stuff because I had never pressed it. That's what's some of the fun of the medley though. Learning new classes. Pyroblast. Crit for 900. And close. Got close. $898, I guess, is pretty close to 900, isn't it? Like the second closest you could be to get in 900. Just over 10k experience, and then I can actually go quest and have... I mean, we're having fun now though, we're getting big crits and talking about our deceased character. I've still only lost 2 characters in hardcore. One of them was for content. My level 60 shaman, that was a content diff. Like, I just went and fought everything that I could until something killed me. It was fun though. That last day on the shaman was hella fun because I did not care if I was gonna die. It sort of makes it like a little bit more exciting when you don't really care what happens, you know? I'm just gonna go do the stuff and whatever happens, happens. While leveling in hardcore, you do care about keeping your characters alive. Well, I do at least. There's a lot of people who play hardcore who don't seem to care if their character lives because they just go and pull like 12 mobs. And it's like, what are you doing? Did you turn your eyes off for a minute? I care enough to try and keep them all alive while leveling. That's like the good part of... Wow, I didn't even need combustion to do 600 DP or something. If I didn't like leveling, I wouldn't be leveling. That's that. I don't know if there's possibly a person alive that likes leveling in Classic WoW as much as I do. It probably is. Some of the guys that were playing for like the fucking years on end. Like, you know, I didn't play WoW private servers, stuff like that. Other people definitely played a lot of WoW private servers before Classic came out. Pyroblast? No crit. It's okay. The next two will. Almost 777. Lucky sevens. 10,000 experience to go. At level 60, we have a fireball that's going to be doing 300 more top end than our fireball. Plus, we might get some extra like spell power. So I think when we have this, we're going to be critting our fireballs over 1,000 every time. Great balls of fire. Pyroblast will be maybe doing 1,500 crits at that level as well, which is going to be very, very nice. feel like Frost and Flame Ward shouldn't have a GCD. Like, if we were playing Final Fantasy, they'd be off GCD abilities. Well, at least now, maybe not when the game first came out, because, to be real, over the years there have been some questionable on GCD abilities in that game. I think in retail these would be off GCD. How did I not pull that guy? Damn. Totally expected to. Yeah, there are some abilities that are off GCD. Like, rogues have an ability called Feint, which makes them take a bit less AoE damage. And when I started playing Rogue at the start of this expansion, it was on the GCD. And I was complaining about it all the time. And then Blizzard decided to take it off to GCD. I guess I complained too much to my friends. And Blizzard, you know, was listening to our Discord. So there are some off GCD abilities. Generally, like, defensive stuff and just stuff that you might need to press immediately. I know Druid's Bark Skin, which is also a defensive cooldown, is off GCD. But mostly it's just defensive stuff and not really damaging abilities. There are a lot of abilities to press in retail now, though. Like, my actions per minute on the class that I was playing on retail are generally above 120, which is, you know, pretty far above what is needed in Final Fantasy XIV anyway. So I was playing Gunbreaker in 14. I wasn't doing 120 actions per minute. So even without that many off GCDs, you're still fucking spamming buttons. But that class is absolutely stupid, Outlaw Rogue. It's a spec that doesn't really work that well because mechanically it shouldn't exist. But for some reason I find it fun to play. Just like spamming buttons sometimes. After playing Classic WoW for so long, you know, you need to go and spam buttons. This game's very, very low on the actions per minute, isn't it? That's a big opener. See you later. Ooh, another one. Love that. I think maybe we kill this guy and then leave the cave, and we probably get to 47 just by killing our way over to town. Didn't take that long though. I thought it would have taken longer to get to 47. I'm thankful that it didn't take long. 100% thought I would have used 40 water on the way there. See how much more research experience we have into the next level. I don't think it will be like half, but maybe a quarter if we're lucky. Get ourselves out of this place once and for all. We gotta come back here on other characters, so not once and for all, but Rocket, yeah, then never coming back here again. Five, six. Don't know if that guy's gonna go all the way. He might. Deal with him if he does. Do be coming though. Like we're gonna have to deal with it in a moment. That resist doesn't help us. We might not even be able to deal with it. How did that not pull? Okay. Sure. I am so surprised that that other mob did not even attempt to care about me. It's like, nah. That's just Greg fighting a mage. Doesn't matter. He'll be back. If Greg dies here, he'll just respawn in 5 minutes. You respect the 1v1. Glad I have a fire wand as a fire mage. Can't get a shadow wand on my shadow priest, but at least one character has like the wand that I want. Combust. Go. Pyroblast? Just for fun? Aw, the Pyroblast didn't crit. It did hit for 600, that was a pretty big Pyroblast, but... yeah, crit would have been pretty big. This one though, 100% crit chance, let's go. I'd like to see. Good way to level. Yeah, quarter of a level. More arcane focus for our counter spells and our sheeps. Got 4,000 mana now. Bit much. That means more drinking. I got 1 agility when I leveled up too. I don't know how that's gonna help, but I'll take it. Maybe a dodge. You got to dodge. Alright, now I should be able to go and do all of the that I can do here. Hopefully. Some stuff. I was saying yesterday I hadn't had like a blue screen on my computer for a few weeks. For whatever reason, Windows Update makes my computer blue screen. But I think there was a Windows Update yesterday and then I got a blue screen today. After saying that I hadn't had one yesterday. Like, man. This piece of shit. It's a black screen now, though. It's not even a blue screen. It's just a black screen.
How may I help? Goodbye, Basha Fela.
It's very weird.
I am honored.
But I don't think there's anything actually wrong with my computer. I think it's just Windows Update be doing some weird shit. I kind of forgot that the hand-in was literally right there after. Could have just come and like handed in the quest earlier.
Be careful.
Oh well. Alright, let's see. Go grab this stuff. We'll focus on that while we go do the missing curia. Buy some more water. Once again, we've got to spend all our money on water. Very exciting. Honestly gonna buy just like... What? Is the boat anywhere close? Nope. We swim. Because I gotta do these quests. This quest will be coming back for that. So we might get more water, but then we'll go Yetis. We'll go down here for this stuff. We'll go here. Hopefully. Get that all done today. Should be able to as long as I don't fall asleep. I'm not feeling super tired today, but you never know. It is Friday, and we did just hit the 1 hour mark, and usually around the 1 hour mark is when I start yawning. It's just the way I am. Do something for an hour? Well, I'm asleep now. I started talking about being tired and then I feel it. Feel the yawn in the bowels. It's coming. Told you. Fire Mage in the water shouldn't even be able to cast. How cool would it be, like, if you were similar to Guild Wars 2, you know how you go underwater and you get different abilities? If you're a Fire Mage, your like fireball should turn into Steam Ball or something like that. If you're in water, that'd be fun. I was thinking about playing some Guild Wars 2 again. I don't know if I really want to, or if it's just like a little bit of nostalgia.
Time is money, Grant.
Healing.
Glad I could help. Yeah, what do you want?
I did enjoy that game for what it did. Exploration was fun. Not needing to like be on a gear treadmill because you just get a gear set and then you're good for the rest of the game. Public quests, obviously. And the story didn't suck ass after like I think the second expansion came out and the story stopped sucking ass. It kind of did suck in the base game. Man got a phantom blade? No. He is, however, killing the mobs that I kill. So. That's pretty terrible. Damn, a double stun. Freak to me. We definitely don't want to get smacked around by these guys. Because they fucking hurt. And also I can't use Nova on the element. I'm gonna have to just tank them in their face. Thankfully they do frost damage though, so they won't hit us. Take too many frost bolts because they do more damage than melee. Wow. So they got one of them pretty fast. Usually it takes a while. But yeah, the reason I wanted to get 47 before I do these quests is because we're going to fight a lot of level 49s, and doing that on the Boomkin was terrible. I think it will be a little bit better on the Mage because we have less chance to resist talents, but still terrible. I'm just going to be making my way down the beach though, because we've got to go and touch a boat down here. So, get what we can. And then sort everything else out. Go. And we're getting pretty lucky with these elemental cores. Generally, they do not drop as much as we're getting them to drop right now. Like free from about 5 mobs. Good. Imagine being a combat rogue and still needing your world buffs to level. It's already probably the easiest class to level, I'm gonna be honest. It is very fun though, especially with world buffs. You put world buffs on the most fun class, it's gonna be even more fun, right? I remember doing that Zul'Farrak run on Franka, the OG hardcore character. And my whole group had world buffs. God, it was fun. Yeah, even when these guys are zapped, they still hit hella hard on the mage. 250? Like, fuck off. Ow. I should get world buffs on my non-Medley character for when the next time my friends and I actually play hardcore, which I don't know when it will be. Been trying to get something going for a few weeks, but we always have other things on. Like, one of us might not be in town. Someone got some parties over the weekend, stuff like that. It's like, I just want to play so I can stop playing. You know, the quicker we get to 60, the quicker we can do other things with our life. Pretty similar to the hardcore medley, really. Quicker I get 60, quicker I can do some other games or life. Die. All hit me once at least. 100. Ow, it hurts. Looked like that sea elemental looked at me for a moment there, but yeah. Why would he do that? Doesn't make sense. Partial resist. Thankfully, I'm not taking any damage. I'll probably send them a Discord message after stream today and be like, any Mara this week? And there's no more raiding and retail WoW for this expansion for them, so... Now, Legion Remix is out, so that might... You know, people have been playing that, they might want to raid in there for a little bit. But honestly... kind of tired of World of Warcraft retail for this expansion, so... A lot of people are. My friends like WoW more than I do. And that's good. I wish I liked it as much as I used to. Like, I wish I could wake up every day and be like, I want to play World of Warcraft. But sometimes I'm not like that, and that's why sometimes I don't stream while I'm doing the hardcore medley. Because it's either like, I gotta play a different game, or I gotta play WoW. Sometimes I don't want to do either. Like when I was leveling Baumer, I took days off because I did not want to. I did not like leveling the Paladin that much. I'm not going to force myself to do something. I want to finish the medley. But I'm not going to force myself to, so if I'm ever not having fun, then I just won't. Honestly, if I hit 60 and some of the least fun characters are not level 60, I just might not level them. You know, if my rogue gets to 60 and then I'm like, alright, I got my rogue at 60, that's all I actually need. Good now. I'll just blast. Get my rogue at epic mount. Job done. Priest, the warrior, the rogue, the mage. That's pretty much where all the fun is for me right now. It's a good variation of characters, honestly. 2 casters. And 2 melee. Yes, I do like varied characters, but... yeah, hybrid tanks is generally not that fun to play with. Blast wave him because I don't really want him to be absolutely eating my ass. Well, some people are into that. I'm not really into a big giant eating my ass. Doesn't feel that good. Well, that was 1 mob worth of combustion. he just fucking died. Sometimes all combustion is 1 mob, you know? Just blast 1 guy to smithereens. I feel like there should be more giants around. They haven't respawned. Yeah, as fun as WoW has been throughout the years, it's definitely hit the point where it's like... it's similar to any addiction, right? The hit doesn't hit as hard anymore. You've got to try and chase the high a little bit more. And I'm kind of sick of chasing it. I think when I started the hardcore medley, I 100% thought that I would have lost half of my characters by now. So I didn't think it would take this long, but because I've actually been doing good, it's taken longer. I wish I was worse at the video game. I can't just pretend to be bad because that's very obvious. Even though there's probably some tryhards out there that just play classic WoW only and like think that I'm terrible. Compared to the average person that's playing hardcore WoW, I am, you know, actually alright. I might need a little bit of combustion for you. I had to use combustion there because I realized I didn't really have much mana. Man, this wand. Combustion is a defense. Right there. I was actually thinking about, I never played New World, but I was thinking about trying out New World. Because apparently they've made some really good updates to that game. I know when it first came out, it was kind of like Final Fantasy XIV when it first came out, you know? No one liked it, everyone was shitting on it. For good reasons. But apparently, they have been cooking up some good stuff lately. I was actually thinking about trying it sometime. Especially when they are making most of the content free. Like, you only have to buy the new expansion, I think. Always appreciated. I think that's the only reason I ever got into Final Fantasy XIV in the first place, was because I could just buy like the collectors and get all the content, which was basically like buying just one expansion because it was only like $50. I keep forgetting I have Master of Elements, so I get mana back when I crit. Always like, oh, I got mana. Where'd that come from? Why a big combustion flame strike can work well sometimes. Go and do some AoE. You get a lot of crits all at once, you get all your mana back, you just rinse and repeat. We need a lot of giant. Two giants are just having a fucking meeting. Can you stop being friends? May we please be friends? They're like, hey, look over there. I think he wants to kill us. Nah, he's little. He can't kill us. We're big. There ain't no way he's gonna kill us. I'll turn my back on him. I'll fart in his general direction. Oh, that stinks. I'm gonna get away from you now, you stinky. What the fuck? It's a good RP. Ow, he hit me for 290. It was painful. You're next, mate. You farted in my general direction. You're gonna die now. It was so rude of you to fart in my general direction. How do you even know what a direction is? You're just yum giant. You guys ever do that? You just like you know, just chilling. And then you start making conversations for NPCs. I'm sure everyone does. No, it's not schizophrenia or something. You know? I still need 7 more giants. Crazy. Usually I'm pretty much done with them around the time we're done with the elemental. But I guess because that rogue was out here killing, a bit harder to get to giants. Hopefully the rogue's gone now. But I can kill the rest of them. At least we haven't used that much water. It's not like when we were doing this quest on the boomkin, every mob that I killed was 1 water, but we were level 46. Like I said, I got a lot of resist. Terrible. He was just about to fart in my general direction. Saw the boat and then he was like, ah shit, I shouldn't fart. People there watching. I like when they fart when you're fighting. It's always funny. Like just in mid-fight they fart. Damn, that one was absolute blasting me. Hit me for 200 twice. Like actual just hit for 200. Not crit. Six more giants, 1 more claw. There's a lot of giants up here. I'm not tired, you're tired. Little sit. Pyroblast. $622 is pretty good. Non-crit. Like that amount of damage. The elemental cores were dropping a lot, and then they stopped. Like, we were getting pretty lucky with them. And now, not so much. That's not the right ward. I keep pressing fire ward instead of frost ward. I've done it twice today. Now we can't pull a elemental. You're looking for a giant. Any giants? Don't really look like it right now. Where am I going? Why did I jump? That could have been dangerous. Turn the camera and then jump. Don't break. Good. So we just need giants now. Come on. Why does my wand resist so much? I guess because it's not really a spell. Compared to my spells, it is resisting a lot more, so I guess wands aren't spells. So why do they gain spell damage? Interesting. Means it probably wouldn't gain from, you know, extra fire damage talents. Probably makes sense as to why it's not doing a ridiculous amount of damage. He was skating. Yeah. Definitely wouldn't want to be here. At least we found the giants. One of my friends started playing Remix. I don't know if last night or the night before, but he's like got to level 20 and he was already like, I'm tired of this. Just questing in World of Warcraft, you know? Firing. He is the guy that wants to play Warhammer pretty much just as much as me, I would say. So, makes sense. When you'd rather be playing a different game. Just gotta wait to have our crew together. And we'll be on it. Like this guy's on me. That fucking hurt, mate. Don't want to accidentally aggro another one. They hit so hard. Ow. When you Frost Nova resist and the mob just hits you for 400, like... This is why I decided on Grocket to go a bit more health compared to damage. Because we've already got a good amount of damage. But if I get hit for 400 too many times and I don't have health, I would fucking die. Where was that other giant? Is that him? Way over there. I think we'll just skip that one if he's gonna be all the way over there. Just 2 more giants. Probably be the hardest quest that I do today. Man's doing it on his 47 warrior, but he is fully buffed up with potion, so probably fine. Almost used all of our rested. Thankfully, a lot of this little ocean bits is runner crossable. I thought for sure I was going to be knocked off my mount and have to swim. I was ready to press blink. Surely I will find 2 giants down. Without having to fight any elementals. Nope. Don't know if that resisted or if I just didn't hit with it, because the mob kind of did a little jig. Lagged behind a little bit. But that does happen when you got 200 enemies. From time to time. That one was pretty fucking awful. So ridiculous. Plate gloves of power. Rather plate gloves of the beer. That was a scary giant.
Hey,
Made my heart start beating a little bit.
be good. Hurry back. Be good. Glad I could help. Keep it real. Have a good one.
Alright, let's get over to the island to hand this quest in. I'm going to swim and hopefully beat the boat so I can get back on the boat. Back. Don't think I'll be using these plate gauntlets. Nice as 30 attack power is. I like having health when I'm playing hardcore. On certain characters. Not so much on like a rogue, a hunter, stuff like that, but a priest even. But a warrior or paladin, yeah. I want some HP. I'm so glad I've been stuck with the HP on Grocket though, like. If I changed out to Dreamweave, like, we'd be doing way more damage. But I might have died against that last giant that I pulled. I'd have like 300 less health. I might have been freaking out. So it seems like I'm just checking like the return to Recon and private server population every now and then. Seems like when I start stream in the morning is about the end of prime time on the server. Because there was a lot of people playing at about 10 in the morning. And then every time where I'm awake or like right now, that sort of stuff, it's always down to like 500 or less people.
Can I assist you, dear Atlas?
It has its moments, so it comes back around every now and then if like a streamer covers it or something. But it is one of those games, because there's not regular content that comes out, you know. They can't really do much with the little team that they have in the non-real server. don't think I make the boat just because I remember now I gotta talk to this. But that's why I'm just getting the 6-man to group together and blasting it on our own. Like, we don't care about what anyone.
I'm listening. May the stars guide you.
PvP, obviously, will be better with more people, but doesn't matter. We will have fun either way. I think the end goal of the Warhammer expedition for my friends and I is just to hit level cap. Probably get to like level 50 renown, which is middle of the road. You know, level 80 is like the highest gear set, I think. Do all the PvE dungeons.
Farewell.
And then put it away. Not really too much to do.
Feel free to browse.
At least that hat's worse than ours. I don't feel bad about it being leather.
May the stars guide you.
To go spend some more money on some water. And then we will go blast some quests.
Feel free to browse.
I think, however, first,
Good luck, friend.
because the boat's not here, and maybe if I go toilet, the boat will arrive, I am going to go pee. So, I'll be back. I love how I go AFK for literally a minute. Games, you're getting out of here. But then sometimes I sit on the screen and do nothing for like 5 minutes. And it doesn't disconnect. Alright, surely the boat will be coming back, right? Within the next 12 seconds. Oh, there it is. Nice. I think we'll go to the Yetis first. Then we'll do this stuff down here, and then we'll do freedom for all creatures. And then we're going to come back to Feathermoon. Hand in the stuff that we've got to hand in, and then we'll have to go to Darnassus. But before we go Darnassus, we'll go to Tanaris. Sort out things that we need to sort out there. Or will we? No, probably not. We'll probably just go Darnassus first, because we're going to have to then go down to Tanaris after. I think. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the case. That was a good tactical peek. We're gonna go to Fairmore and Swamp of Sorrows at some point as well. Bouncing gnome. There was a show back in the day called The Man Show, I think. There was like a segment called Girls Jumping on Trampolines. It was a bit sexist. But it was just ladies jumping on trampolines and, you know, obviously people were watching it. See their boobs bounce around. I don't know why I thought of it just now, but when I was jumping up and down on Grocket just now, I was like, gnomes jumping on trampolines. That was a strange show, but I mean, it was called The Man Show, so yeah. I think it was in the 90s. I have to look. Maybe early 2000s. I was a teenager, I think, the last time I saw it, so sometime around there. I don't think that would fly in today's world, I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of things I don't think would fly in today's world. Little Britain is definitely one of them. Man, that show was... It was generally towards the more offensive, but like comedy offensive, you know? People do get offended very easily these days, so Little Britain would probably be... Take that off the air 1 minute into the show. But also the humor's probably a little bit less relevant. And grow both of these. As long as they go away before get up here. Alright, let's get to Yeti killing. Shouldn't take that long because we've got skinning, although last time I did this part, I think on Alia, it did take a while. Even with skinning, so you never know. Someone else here killing, but I can skin their mobs also. Works out for me, I don't care. Like, we either kill or we skin. I I do not care how we get the quest done. We just get it done. Mobs are respawning out here, so it means that they've probably been in the cave for a little bit now. We have to be slightly careful. Resist. Like. Maybe get a pristine Yeti hide while we're here. That'd be nice. Really stop using my wand. It's just not that good on the mage. Like, do a scorch instead of starting your wand, you know? Not that hard. But I've been playing the priest before, so my brain's like, start using wand as soon as you've done damage. At least my Frost Nova seems to be working now. I don't know why, those two giants at the end, they were just like... They were within range of Frost Nova, it just didn't hit them. Almost died because of it. That would have been awkward, but at least Grocket's video wouldn't take that long to get out. Well, we haven't even put out Rugen's video from 2 characters ago yet, so it would. Rugen, Alia. We don't want Grocket to die, because otherwise we'd have 3 videos worth of content to put out now, and we couldn't even put out one of them. We're getting some rugged leather. I don't know if Grocket really needs it, but you know, he is a skinner, so he can provide himself with it if he does. Needed a few pieces of leather throughout the journey on this character. Mob could be our last mob. Will not be our last mob. Got half though. Big damage. Nice. Rages while he's smacking me. Hate it. The fella that's killing the Yetis. Just skin his Yetis. Done. Thanks, mate. $80,000 experience till we level. We're gonna go head over to here. This is worth a lot of XP from the whole quest chain. We get like 20k while we're out here. Maybe more. Aggro in the whole forest right now. Don't mind it. Just pretend that they're not chasing us and we will be okay. I promise. Pretend you're not being chased and you'll never know. I don't think we'll be doing the escort. I don't know how hard the escort would be on the mage, but we are playing fire, so I assume harder than not. Pretty sure on Alia when I was doing the escort out here, the pack of gnolls just didn't even have to fight us. Like I think I feared them away and maybe I killed one and then ran. I'm not sure. We definitely didn't have to fight the trolls and the hinterlands on the chicken escort though on Alia. Which was good because I almost died during that escort. Also think I have a pimple coming up in the bottom of my nose, which is... That's gonna be infuriating. I think after we finish this Silphid Hive, we should be over halfway through this level, which means we have done a full level. We get there. Pretty good. Should be able to get in and out relatively quickly on the mage. We were able to make it out on the druid with only like one respawn, so... That's how I base everything. If the druid can do it, other characters probably can. Because the druid takes like twice as long. Like we're gonna be near on 6 hours faster to 48 than the druid, and this character had to farm like robes of the Arcana for 5 hours that didn't drop, amongst other things, and with level tailoring. So it's hard to actually gauge the mage's time. If I didn't do professions at all in the hardcore medley, it would actually be quite interesting to see how fast each character leveled. Because we've basically been doing the same route. Certainly there's differences between the characters, because some characters can do quests that others can't. Like the rogue and the hunter have been able to do a lot. The priest has been able to do quite a lot. But then there's other characters where I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to touch that quest with a 10-foot pole. Mystic? Who is Mystic? I was playing a bit of Warhammer Total War last night, and I made a warrior priest. Like, I recruited a warrior priest, and his name is Jurgen Koch. I'm like, Jurgen Koch. Like, that's a pretty interesting name, I'm gonna be honest. All the names, they're not like randomly generated, but they're randomly generated within a range of names. So the fact that those two were put together, it's definitely interesting. Grab this. Our bonus quest. And then down to the hive. Oh. Yeah, this quest from here alone is worth 14,000 experience. About all the other stuff that we just did. It's quite good EXP, this one. All it requires you to do is go into the scary bug cave. Man, that mob moved away just far enough out of range and then got stunned, so I had to move. Rude, actually. We won't get scared by the little bugs flying around. They aren't scary. Oh, see you later, wasp. Honestly, wasps should take like extra damage to fire, so I should just kill them like that. Every time. Wasps are pretty vulnerable to fire damage, because just insects in general, actually, just pretty vulnerable to fire damage, unless they're like a bombardier beetle or something like that, you know? So I think I should always do double damage. If it's a bombardier beetle, then I'm vulnerable to fire damage. Don't know where Sting Glacier is. Hopefully we don't run into him. Mob's a bit awkward. He's on the corner. Just a little bit worried right now about Sting Glacier because I haven't seen. This guy's coming up. Not coming. Just trying to make sure I don't get surrounded. Another fella. Don't think that fella comes up here. Stingers can be a little bit scary because they have final sting. So you definitely don't want to have to, you know, be fighting one that's gonna final sting you. Especially while other shit's going on. Like, there's just a bit too much. We're getting there. But this cave's always a bit tense. Whenever I have to come in here, I'm always like, I don't want to be in here. Take out this stinger. See if the rear's up in here when we get in the big caves or... Bit overkill, but you know. No rear by the looks of it, that's fine. Pretty shitty rear anyway. Nothing exciting about it. Does some auto attacks, some poisons. Alright. Let's let this guy out of this. Whatever this is. Odd. Wakey wakey. Nice that he can get back on his own, you know, so you don't actually need to escort him. I feel like this quest could have been made so much worse if Blizzard were like, and now you've got to escort him out of the cave and bug spawn. Like, they definitely could have made this quest quite a bit worse by, you know, making you have to escort him out. They had some mercy upon us with this one. There's Stinglasher. Gonna actually have to fight Stinglasher. This is the first time I think during the hardcore medley that I've had to fight Stinglasher. Not that bad, but can be if you're not careful. Thankfully we didn't take any damage and we didn't get any poisons on. But he does have a nasty poison that I'm pretty sure stacks. Yeah, the mage pretty quick in and out, honestly. No need to fuck around on the mage, you know, you just blast everything down and you go. But I think Frost is weird and boring because it's more defensive than offensive, but if you just kill things faster, you don't need that much defense. Like, sure, we get absolutely smacked when we're fighting like those giants if they smack us. Randomly take 400 damage, but when they die quick. Boil the nose. Now we head to the freedom. All creatures. Which is a quest that I have failed. But if you fail it, it's actually much easier because then you just kill all the mobs that are left. And you pretty much succeed right away. But I think on the mage we should be pretty quick. Do the escort, do the kills, and then pretty much done in Foralis for now. Other than backwards and forwards. Or forward and back, depending on if you're singing a song or not.
Hello. Del Nadres.
Now let's go. It looks like... No. Let's say it looks like someone might have been here, but no. Mobs are all here. Kill everything that we need to. Maybe a little bit more. We don't need to. I'll wait for that raider to come back on it. I'll drink while we wait then. Like these crits, Crockett. Keep it up, buddy. There's someone actually down there fighting, so that's good. When we start the event then, they might be helpful to us. They might also be... Bro. Are these mobs not friendly to Horde? If that's the case, then I know why we aggroed so many mobs when
I am honored.
I was doing this quest, because there were 2 Horde people that rode through. And I was wondering why the Tauren were aggroed on them. They are Grim Totem, it makes... Now, I've done stuff on Horde out here before, but I forgot that they weren't not friendly. Makes sense though. Well, at least there'll be a little bit less needing to kill. Because of that guy killing some mobs. Alright, let's do it. Beat his ass, army of dragons. My army of dragons. I am not the mother of dragons, but I do have an army of them. Nice. Goes by pretty quick when a majority of the mobs are dead, actually. Now we just wait for Kindle. We go kill lots of mobs. I wonder if you can still fail this quest if you quest complete, but the timer, you know, the timer is still going. I wonder if you can fail. I don't really want to do it because it's like a 6-minute timer and then you'd have to do the quest again, but it's interesting. Might be worth the experiment one day. So you could do that. I'll come back. Last raider and then probably head to the camp north. I don't know where that horde's going, but it makes so much more sense now why everything was aggroed when I was doing it on Balmer. I 100% thought that the horde, you know, were neutral to these mobs. But I guess it makes sense. They're Grim Totems, and Grim Totem hate the horde because Magartha is big. He did kill Kern. Garrosh struck the blow, but Magartha was the one who killed Kern. Because she poisoned Garrosh's blade. It was gonna be a little jewel, you know? Not a Mokra. Magartha had other plans. Terrible, terrible lady. And we still never really got justice, you know. Down in the Shaman class order hall or something. Living in the maelstrom. He is a very powerful shaman, so we did need her. But still, her. Down that Magartha would. Like choices that you got to make in video games. I wonder, there probably is. And probably has been throughout history, you know. People that have to make similar decisions to the choices that we have to make in video games. Like for us, it's just a choice between someone who might be a bit genocidal in a video game. But I 100% bet that people have made those choices in life. I mean, obviously, if you look at history, there probably has been those decisions. I don't even know if this guy is actually doing a quest for these or just grinding, because seems to just be killing everything. A little bit annoying. I need them for a quest so you can bugger off. I'll get my quest done and then he can grind. Brr. Beer. Elemental Shaman. I wonder if it's any better to level Elemental than it was as a enhancement. Enhancement was fun and had explosive moments, but I feel like Elemental also has pretty explosive moments. I mean, it looks like a lot though. Like, you'd just be casting, you know? But he only used 1,000 mana. So I guess he could kill maybe 3 mobs before having to drink. That's not too bad. Pretty similar to what I have to do on the Mage. 3 to 4 mobs. Ending. And I'd say pretty similar to the enhancement shaman. 2 to 3 mobs before I drink. The mana bar woes. That was a video on Ugro's series. I was not 100% always happy with the enhancement shaman mana bar, to be honest. Similar to Ret Paladin, you just don't have a lot of mana, you know? If you want to press buttons, well, then you're gonna have to drink. So you're either bored out of your mind, or you're drinking, which makes you bored out of your mind. Pretty awful. I was gonna press combustion. Hopefully I can kill the shaman within the mana that I have. Combustion up. Need 1 crit. Do it. Two shaman, 2 raiders, 4 naturalists. At least we're pretty even on them. Sometimes you got like all your shaman and all your naturalists and you need raiders, or like need naturalists and you got all your raiders. Pretty even on them this time. Always nice. Probably gonna end up needing naturalists, but I didn't really want to have to cast that Scorch because I knew it was probably going to crit and we were going to lose combustion, but oh well. Let's just crit naturally. Or not. Our last shaman. A lot of raiders up right now, which has been very helpful because I need naturalists. 1 naturalist down though. That was a interesting sound. I got the crit as he missed his attack, so it was like sound of a crit and a miss meshed together. actually going to use evocation here. Mainly because I probably won't be fighting any more mobs after we're done with this quest. Quite some time. Also, I can't believe evocation doesn't give me 100% of my mark. Damn, raiders. Got a naturalist there, but only one? Still gonna need 3 or 2 of them. I honestly think we just go back up to the camp and hope that respawns are lucky for us, because we're gonna have to wait for respawns down here anyway. That shaman can come back down here and kill everyone, I wouldn't. Ah, mimosa. Must like mimosas. I have a friend who learned how to make a mimosa, and one time when I went there for New Year's Eve get together, that's all they were talking. Anyone want a mimosa? They were very proud of themselves. I did have one, it was good. Ten out of 10 would have again. Got a natural. I bypass this raider. Just fight naturally. We're in a pretty awkward spot. We're okay. "16 intellect, 5 spirit." We're not gonna use it. I think if this was a test of the eagle, I might consider dropping like the 14 spell damage. You know, as good as having some spell damage is, don't really need it on the main. Like our overall for 800k damage is 211 DPS, which is about 90 higher than the boomkin at this level. Not too bad, is it? Honestly, we probably level Alia to 52 before 4 days played when we jump back on her. We'll be going in with full reset experience. We'll probably head to the blasted lanes because the Scourge won't be there when we play the pre-sneaks. I think other than Turamis, 10 to 52 is going to be really easy on the pre. And it probably happens prior to 4 days played. Alright, we now need to go back to Feather Moon and then port to Darnassus. And then we've got to fly back down here and come back to this place to pick up the quest for the Sprite Data Hatchling, which is a little bit annoying, but it's worth it. Get all this stuff done. I guess the next zone we go to is the hinterland. The actually quest. Do the hinterlands into the rest of Tanaris, probably. Maybe? It could be Searing Gorge. First, we'll see. It really depends though, because if the Scourge are all over Tanaris, then it can be hard to quest it. Especially because they are down in this area. I can't really do this area when the Scourge. I would like to go there and hand in this quest, so when we do go back there. That's worth a lot for doing nothing. But definitely the Hinterlands next for a few quests. Gold Rock Cleanup. Food for baby. Get the port, take a photo. Probably not do the Altar of Zul on this character. Guess it wouldn't be that bad. We could sheep one and counterspell the other, but still. That opens us up to taking damage from elites. So, I don't know if we will. And we have to go to Swamp Sorrows and grab this. And we have to go to Fairmore as well. I'm wondering if before we go down to Tanaris, we go get the Flamberg. Probably a good idea. Let us swim and blink while we swim. Got a lot of prog in today already, it's good. We may not make it to 48. In fact, probably not at all. But I think we'll be quite close. 48. I guess it's possible. Just depends on if I want to. Like, we've only been at this level for an hour and a half, and we're already 80k in, so... And we're about to... We have a lot of experience banked up right now. We're about to get 10,000 just for coming over here. 15,000. What? So, I think 48 could actually happen. Not feeling that tired. Might as well go get 48. But yeah, I think I'll hoof, or I'll teleport to, Stormwind, go grab the Flameberg, then teleport to Darnassus. And then hurf back down here. Fly over to Tanaris to grab that. Or not Tanaris, Fairmore to grab that, and then go down to Tanaris. I think that would be the most efficient way of handing in these. Being a mage is pretty good for that. You know, you can just teleport places. And we have our hurf down here because I've been questing down here. Been the most beneficial place to put it so far. One thing that I appreciate with the mage is putting my hurf in a good spot to be able to just teleport. Probably not going to use that or that, so
Goodbye.
take money. wonder when I'll actually use my boot flask.
What brings you here? Good luck, friend.
Go to Darkness. Oh yeah, lamb chops. It reached level 60. I had some lamb shanks. Well, a lamb shank
I'm listening.
last week. Sunday roast. Not a lamb chop, though. I do like lambs. Pretty good.
Go in peace.
Play New Zealand lamb, even though we get rid of half of our good shit and send it to other countries and then feed our own people the rubbish.
How are you? See you around. See you later.
Find out how it goes, you know? When you export in, you want your exports to be like the prime quality. And then you give your own people the rubbish, because you can. Okay. So let's heliport Stormwind. I'm gonna have to buy some runes. Don't know where the reagent vendor is in Stormwind. Might be in the general vendor. Take the druid, it's handle Stancam. Not Stagham, Stancam. Mainly because I just couldn't talk that I said that. We do still need Mage Weave a little bit, but gonna do a hand in because
You need something?
we don't need it that
Safe
much.
travels. Have a good one. Safe travels.
So he's got a love heart on his mount. Harrison talk. It's like the high elves in Warhammer. Got like love hearts on their jewellery. Cute.
Well met. Go with honor, friend.
Is it true? Are there really crocolists in the canals? Well, one crocolist. I haven't seen him for a while though. Silver Beast, I have not seen him in a little bit of time. Makes me nervous, like is he still alive? Don't know if we have our globe of water on Rugen. I guess we will be logging into the other characters today, so I can cheat. It is mail check day after all. Also, I already had a lot of Mage Weave, so I guess I'm glad that I turned it in. Do not need elemental water.
Light bless you.
Go find the reagent vendor so I can buy some runes. Maybe it's in here.
What can I do
General goods, definitely not.
for the Alliance?
Trade
Looking for
supplies,
something
probably not.
specific?
I think it might actually be in the park. I'll be honest, I never know where the reagent vendor is installed. I don't think I've ever had to talk to the reagent vendor. So we're gonna go exploring. I like how they made Hangman Alley a actual place that you had to go in a Season of Discovery. Because there were probably a lot of people that didn't know about Hangman Alley. Just a little place, nothing in it. See, the druid trainers are here, so it makes me think that maybe there's a reagent vendor around it. Not 100%. Just empty shit. Girls. Sisters, like. Walking around the park. Don't know if there is a reagent vendor. Herb trainer? Need reagents?
How are you?
Mauda's got her rallying cry to Dragon Slayer. She's ready. Ready for anything. But if you were walking in the park and you saw these two ladies, you wouldn't be able to talk. Same though. What about in here? There's a lot of empty stores in Stormwind. It's kind of like in real life, you know, you go into a city and you just see a bunch of stores that probably had people working in them once upon a time and now they're empty. There's a store just down the road from my house that's like that. Kind of sad. Because it just sits there, no one in it, you know? Just maces. Just sells maces. Where the fuck is the reagent vendor? Might have to look it up. Apparently he is around where I am right now. Like in the chapel? Maybe. He has a brother. Since the chapel. There it is.
King's honor, friend.
It's a place I've been to many a time, right? Because the first aid trainer's here, but I have never looked for this guy. I've never looked at this guy and been like, ah, reagent bin. Never once. Kind of funny. You can go to a place so many times and just completely... Like, he's invisible. He's like me and in real life. We're invisible. If we want to be. Which is actually pretty fun sometimes to just walk around and like not be seen. Or not feel like you were seen at least. Quite a lot of people leveling in hardcore right now. I feel like there's always a lot of people leveling in hardcore.
Light be with you.
Right, to the blasted lanes. Someone sniped me. Someone sniped the buff onto me right when I was flying away. Is it this guy? EV. I'll take it though, an extra 200 HP. It's always welcomed. Can't buff them because I'm on the bird. Like I could use a nice massage. Do be feeling like it recently. Ugh. Whoa. Sometimes you just need a nice stretch too. Today is one of those days. So we'll grab the Flameberg. Port to Darnassus. Hand in these. That's 11k experience. Go back down to Foralis. Grab this quest. Hand in this. Grab this. That's gonna be... Let's say we get 25k experience from doing all of that. When we hand in the Tanara stuff as well. It will be... I think we'll be quite close to leveling after all that. Any Turamis? Definitely Scourge out here. But leveling in the blasted lanes today is literally impossible. Though it seems like someone is trying. Yes, it's not Scourge right here though. You're actually quite lucky that the Scourge aren't. In that spot. Master Demonologist. I mean, they're level 43. I only made it to 43 on my Warlock, so if they make it to 44, they're doing better than I am. And they're playing Demo, which... They're more patient than I am. To be fair though, I think I could have leveled as Demonology if I wasn't playing 8 characters. I think the fact that I'm playing 8 characters makes the boring characters even more boring. Because if you go from something like a rogue, where you're just absolutely having all the fun in the world, smashing buttons, like killing elites, blade flurry and everything, it's very fun, right? And then you play something like a Demonology Warlock, like, this just ain't it. Make sure we don't get PvP flagged. Be awkward. It's our last run into Swamp Sorrows on this character, at least. Does suck that you gotta come get the Flameberg. It's not that bad on Horde, because usually you do it when you're doing like the quests out here. But on Alliance, Naboru, I haven't done that quest either. It's only 900 experience though. Which you know is experience. But yes. I don't really care to go after him. At least with the Mage, we can just teleport out of here when we're done killing Jacuido. That is very handy. I'd usually just herf, but you know, we don't need to. And get right on the road where we need to be. I mean, if it's unguarded, I'm gonna have a look inside it. Not bad. It's not a bad helm. Not as good as ours, but it's not bad. It looks interesting. On Grocket with his little eyebrows poking out. I feel like I've seen one of these in the hardcore medley before. Not 100% though. Definitely seen Aurora items. Maybe not the helm. Pretty high quality chest, it's just too bad that it's lower level than what we are. If there was like a robot of Magi in it though, imagine. Second one. From a chest? Seems so long ago that we got our robot of Magi now. Because leveling has just taken so long. We're generally on a character for up to like 3 weeks now. Three weeks per character? It's like 5 months per league. Ugh. If anyone ever wonders why I might quit WoW after the hardcore medley. Shouldn't really need to wonder. Also just think it's a good time to do other things in life. There's an undead mage here. I don't know if he'll kill her, but I want to. Now I'm gonna teleport to Dionysus. He did want him. Surprising because he's level 42 only. Love it. Hello, only level 46. Mage, just AFKing. Waterfall. It's a nice place to AFK, honestly. Temple of the Moon. As a night elf enjoyer, I do like it.
Ishnu Allah. Farewell. My heart sleeps in the emerald tree.
I don't think we'll trade out the 2 intellect for the free steam for 2 intellect. And now we have another quest down here. Why we're gonna have to go. But the reagent vendor's so much easier to find in Darnassus. Pretty sure there's 2 of them. Like, there's no one over here. Ian really likes jumping, huh? Guy keeps calling people mooch. Like an insult?
I have vision that she lacks.
I raided with someone in Vanilla WoW called Mooch Man. He was an Australian. But it seems like Mooch is this guy's insult, so yeah. Good. Alright, let's hurf down to Fever Moon Stronghold. What is the meaning of mooch? Moochie. A beggar or scrounger. I don't think that guy's using it in the correct sense then, because he's just saying it all the time. It's like he learned a new word today and he said it 4 times within 4 entries into the chat. There was only one other line that I saw that he didn't use. Like, what was the word you learned today? Oh, that one that you keep saying. Nice. My mother did that once. She learned a word one day and then she kept using it, and I'm like, oh, did you learn that word today, did you? Yes. I feel like by the time we get to the hinterlands, if we're able to hand in all the quests that we have, we should be quite close to leveling. Hoping I'm able to hand in all the quests that we have, but might be a little bit of a struggle. But I think if we can hand this in, then we should actually level, because it's worth 8,000 experience and we don't even need to do anything. Pretty nice. Loony Luna at level 6. You're a Loony Luna. Was that Goofy Goober? The SpongeBob version of that? Might actually be the version that the original, I'm not even sure. You're a goofy goober, rock. We're all goofy goobers. So we have a little bit of screwing around to do now. Well, running backwards and forwards. And we're gonna go here and then here. Kind of thinking maybe it's just quicker for me to ride rather than go back to Fever Moon and fly. Gotta go around Camp Mujache because I can't just ride through it. If there was a port to Ferramore, that would be pretty nice, but for whatever reason, Blizzard, they didn't put that in until later. Which is always funny because there's a Stonard portal for the Horde. You know, you don't really have much reason to either port to Stonard until maybe TBC if you're going to do Karazhan. But you have a lot of reason to go to Ferramore because of Nixia's Lair's right there. Maybe they didn't want to make it too convenient for the Alliance to get to Oni's Lair. Or they just hated Alliance, which pretty obvious when they you look at all the flight paths and zones in Classic WoW. There's a lot less Alliance favoured zones than there are Horde. I know a lot of people that are willing to debate me on that because they don't believe it, but having leveled both, Horde leveling is so much better. Much faster, much more efficient. If you're doing only 1 to 30, sure, you can make a case that Alliance leveling is better. But even then, it's a very hard to do case because you got the Barons. What other zone gives you 15 levels worth of quests? Oh wait. I guess Strangleform Veil can. But that's more Horde favoured zone, isn't it? You got the same quests, but Horde have 2 flight paths. Alliance have to take a 10-minute stroll down the road to get there. The one thing I think is Alliance favoured compared to Horde is the Eastern Kingdoms. Which is why I would like to do an Eastern Kingdoms locked Horde challenge, but I don't think I will because I've leveled too much and I don't really want to anymore. Alright, we're just going to ride down to here. Avoiding the Horde town. If I hadn't done the hardcore medley, I probably would have done it Eastern Kingdoms Horde lock. But it had to be an undead character, obviously. But I like questing in Forestful Glades. It's not that bad. It's pretty rough though, times. I don't think there's any guards up here. It's not like Refuge Point and Arathi for Alliance, you know. Don't have any guards on the hills. But just in case, we'll stay away. There is a rare that spawns out over here sometimes. Blowing over it a few times. I do love this part of Foralis. Like the vibe over the lower wilds. You go into Camp Mujage as well, like peak World of Warcraft, honestly. Definitely going to Pheromore first. Because then I'll have a quest handed in Tanaris. Just have to keep reminding myself that we're going to Pheromore first. Otherwise I might just fly to Tanaris and forget. Alright, here we are. Is there any tailoring recipe? Do a silk cloak. Don't know why I would even make that because I'm not a frost wizard. Does look nice.
I am on. May the stars guide you. Farewell.
Naris.
Ishnu Daldiel.
Pheromore.
Ashant.
See, my brain was already like, we're flying to Tanaris. Tell myself, no, that is not the case. Hopefully when I get down to Tanaris, I can run down here though. Hopefully the Scourge aren't all over the place. I guess I'll hit 48 from questing or just killing a few mobs in the hinterlands when we go there. And then next week, come back and blast the hinterlands. We'll have at least half a level of rested, I would say, after that, because we're not going to be playing for the next 3 days at least. There's a F1 weekend, which means Monday is I'm going to be asleep. Because it's the US Grand Prix, and I'm pretty sure it's early in the morning. I'm sure, because it's the US Grand Prix, there'll be some weird stuff happening. There always is. They love doing some weird hype stuff. I remember one season, I think it was maybe the Vegas Grand Prix, and they were calling out Sergio Perez, but they were doing like this weird wrestler intro kind of stuff. And the dude just was like, Sergio Perez, and they'd keep going, and Perez was just standing there like, what do I do now? It was so awkward. And the dude that called him was just like standing there, this weird look on his face as if to say, go away. It was so funny though. I love when they put F1 drivers in really awkward situations like that, because, you know, they're just regular people who drive fast cars around. Awkward situations are awkward for anyone. Doesn't matter who you are. So seeing it is so hilarious. Now let's go get this package. Stupidity. I'm surrounded by stupidity. Says Privateer Groy. Groy? Groy. The hard name. If my last name was Groy, I'd probably have changed. Honestly, my name could be so much worse than what it is. Because the reason my name is Frankie is because my father wanted to name me after, like, one of the Holdens, like a car. So he was thinking about calling me FJ, but then he just settled on Frankie because I think my mother was like, I don't like that. Because he wanted to call me FJ Holden, and then my last name, which I'm not going to tell you. But it would have been so bad, man. I would have changed my name, 100%. I ain't want to be called FJ fucking Holden. It's terrible. So I'm glad my parents decided to call me Frankie instead. But Holden isn't my last name, don't worry. It would have been my middle name. It would have been terrible. I'm glad it's not. I 100% told my father if that would have been my name, I would have changed it as soon as I could. I made it very clear. I wouldn't have been happy with that name. 18th birthday, we're going name changes. I feel like there's a lot of people who name children something stupid, and, you know, then there's some resent that builds from there. Just have regular names. Like, some people do enjoy their names that are after, like, video game characters or movie characters or whatever, you know? But not everyone enjoys. Like, no one wants to be called Daenerys Targaryen, Stormborn, First of Her Name, Mother of Dragons. It's fucked up, man. Think if I ever had children, they'd just have regular ass names. Not something like John, that's just too regular. John and Jane, you know. Something normal. Something boring and normal, honestly. Like Grocket. I guess none of my character names are boring and normal. We've got Balmer, we've got Fran, Francie, Rugen, Alia, Garland. Like garlic.
Be good.
Alright, Gaggers in. Hope the Scourge aren't where we need to be. Go hand in the quests that we got. Then we'll grab this and I guess port to Ironfall. Up to the hinterland. I have a few friends who I believe would be interested in playing Warhammer Online with me. But I'm not sure if I should ask them because they're bigger gamers than I am. And I want to do like a group playthrough, you know, we all hang out together all the time, do the stuff, roam around, kill some people, all that sort of fun shit. I feel like these guys, if I got them in, they would be level 40 within like 2 days and not be able to play with us. Especially for the early content. Because there's brackets in that game. I'd like to be able to play all the way to like at least level 16 together. But they are Warhammer enjoyers, so I feel like they would at least enjoy it a little bit. I'm just not sure. You ever get like that? You know, it's like with my friends in high school when I was playing video games with them. They were like, I don't think you're the same kind of gamer we are, because I was more of a hardcore gamer than what they were, right? Like, we played RuneScape together for maybe an hour, and then I out-leveled them. Played Neopets together for a tiny bit, and I wanted to get my pet stronger. So the only games we could really play together was like wrestling games on the PlayStation or Halo, you know? Stuff like that. Because at least I'm not power gaming in those. It was fun just to go to like one of your friends' house for like a sleepover or whatever, but then not sleep and just play wrestling all night, honestly. SmackDown versus Raw. Those sort of games. That was good shit. I don't feel like there's any Scourge on the way out here, so we should be able to just run the way down there with troubles. Doesn't look like there's a necropolis in the sky, so there's probably just one over here. Maybe as I get closer I'll see, but for now, I didn't even do Gar's Radiant on this character. Probably should. I guess I can pick it up when I'm down here. I did really enjoy like wrestling games on the PlayStation though. Especially when you could like make your own character. I definitely was a heavyweight champion of the world. I used a lot of John Cena's move because he was probably like one of my favorite wrestlers when I was a teenager. I don't know why, but him and Rey Mysterio, good. They're top tier performers though, aren't they? Alright, now we're gonna go get the stone from the workshop, so I guess we'll be going to get that now. Before we do the orphan thing. Probably worth it. Not too much Scourge presence out here right now, at least. They're probably just down at the Thistle Shrub place. You know, we'll have to work around somehow when we're about level 48, maybe 49. Gonna have to go down there, but there's Scourge down there. Might be a bit difficult. Yes, we'll find out when we actually do that. I'm gonna go get the stone circle first.
Hello.
Hello.
See you soon.
I will see you soon. Come back in 4 minutes. He knows. I basically told her I'm gonna be back momentarily. The thing is though, I really want to play a good amount of Warhammer online. And I feel like if I just run with the people that I have interested so far, We're not gonna play that much. Like maybe once every 2 weeks. I want to play more, so maybe I need the people that are gonna power game it. Because I don't think I want to play for a very long time, but just a good amount. See. If I somehow manage to convince the one friend that we are currently asking, then I guess I can take it a bit more chill. But otherwise... I don't really care about doing very large scale PvP in that game. I just want to do some like 6-man roaming and the dungeons, public quests. And there is one chapter of the story that is 24-man. So doing that would be kind of fun as an end goal, but that would be also a lot. But that game, you know, for being the tiny private server that it is, I feel like there's a lot more that you need to do as a group than there ever has been in World of Warcraft. Because you go try the open world PvE in that game, you get your ass beat. Like mobs respawn so quickly. And they do so much damage. Just for no reason. I remember it being like that when I played in 2010-ish as well. You'd fight one mob and then you'd go be fighting another mob and a mob would respawn. It's like, what the fuck? Why is he back like 10 seconds later? I think it's toned down a little bit. But the mobs are generally within, you know, coming back within 30 seconds. Someone's being harried over there. Doing hardcore Warhammer Online leveling though, that would be very difficult. Not to mention it's PvP game, so you're probably gonna get smacked. You could do like a fake hardcore character. And I feel like it would be so hard to level cap. War never changes. I can't see the skull at all down there. Damn. Covered. I'll never know if the Scourge is there. I mean, they are, but I'll never know. That's a name, isn't it? Alright, back to Tanaris.
What's up? Glad I could help.
And then hand in that. Yeah, we'll be quite close to leveling when we're done handing in everything. I don't know if we'll be quite there. That's 5k. That is another 5k. We get 1k there. Plus 2k. And then we gotta go to Hinterlands. So we have at least 13. Don't know if it's quite enough. I think just going to the hinterlands will probably give me over 2 at least. Be really close. This level so far has taken 2 hours and 25 minutes. Been a really fast level. We're going to absolutely smash Fran's time to 48, which should happen all the time on the Mage. But you got to remember the Mage has probably spent about 12 hours doing things that it didn't really have to. Like tailoring and grinding for patterns that didn't drop. That sort of stuff. I feel like we should be able to beat Baumer's time to 49 as well, because we're going to log on with a lot of rested after the weekend. Rugen's 50 will probably have us beat on the Mage. Even though Rugen's also spent a lot of time absolutely farming for the group. Done so much, honestly. Rugen's probably done the most out of all the characters for the rest of the team. I'd say Lena is second, but we haven't played her for that long. I mean, she's the lowest time played character outside of Garland being dead. But Lena is coming up next, so if we get Grocket to 52 or dead, have a good at least day played, play Lena. Be a day and a half, depending on how it goes. Farm some satyrs, stuff like that. Shouldn't have to deal with the Scourge, most likely. I feel like Grocket probably not be 52 next week. And then the Scourge should be buggering off quite soon after that. A month is an eternity though. Be honest, like having to deal with them at all. Ugh. It's not been fun. But I guess it is making it so next leg when I start these characters, like we'll just go to the blasted lands and get a whole level. Pretty cool. Bunker. Stomach just rumbled. Yes, I'm hungry. To be fair, I haven't eaten anything since starting stream, and usually I do have a small break to eat at least like a muesli bar or something. Yeah. That makes sense. I just want to bang out 48, check the mail of the characters, and then done for the day. Don't really would care to pick up any Gazradian just yet. We'll probably do it when we come back here. After the hinterlands. Sometime next week. Hopefully there's no Scourge here when we do it. Seems like Tanaris is the place people are going most for the Scourge. Maybe Azara. We've seen Azara actually defeated twice. Been 2 days now. Popped into Azara yesterday on Grocket just to get it done.
Hurry back! Keep it real! Hurry back!
Nice, didn't dismount. Let's go. 1-1-3-3-3-1. Could rearrange that just a little bit. 3-3-3-1-1. Damn, that's a lot of experience. We would be about level 50 if it was 3-3-3. One free, 1-3, 1-3 would have been fun though. Oh well. Here come the dogs. The sun beating down on us. Because of daylight savings now, like nighttime doesn't happen until 4 PM my time on the server. So I don't think we'll be seeing much night gaming anytime going forward for the rest of the Medley.
Best deals anywhere! Keep it real!
There was a little bit of time there where it was. Guess I don't need this wand because we've got stats. But we will take the money. I want to grab the super snapper.
Pleased to meet you. Very well then.
We'll hit up here. Oh, port to Ironforge. Kind of sucks that I'm going to the hinterlands and then in 48 because my next training is huge. So we're gonna have to go train anyway. You fireball? For 80 top end damage. Pyroblast is less important, but it is an extra 100 top end damage. So when we do actually drop a Pyroblast, and generally I throw out a few of them each day, depending on what we're doing. Just for a little bit of fun, maybe a big crit. You know, when I got 80% combustion. And we do a Pyroblast, that sounds fun. I got sick of hearing the clank clank, so we're just going to jump now. Best way to counter it.
What brings you here? Good luck.
I think I have my potions on me.
Can I assist you?
Yep.
Till next we meet, I am honored. Goddess, watch over you.
Ironforge. There's 4k experience to hand in this quest actually. More than I thought it was. So we'll need at least in 4k XP. Friday afternoon, am I right? One looking at the clock, waiting to go home. Gold flame shield. Still can't believe that my friend found one of these while questing in Eastern Plaguelands at like level 58. Sold it. And then because we've been doing the non-Medley character in a friend group, bought all of us mounts. I don't think anyone's paid him back yet, but I did buy one of my other friend's dual speak, so that's why I haven't paid him back. That's 50 gold also. Said, alright, you're our druid, which means you're going to be our healer because no one else can heal. Got a hunter, a mage, a warrior, and a warlock. There ain't no healer there. I guess we don't need to hit 48 today. We can leave it really close. That means we get a whole level next time I play. I don't really want to go out and quest right now, to be honest. I would rather just log on to the other characters, check their mail, and then be done today. Is coming to about that time. Apparently in Remix there's a achievement for leveling all characters. Like all different classes to level 80. After leveling 1, I think I'm done. I'm sure some of the people that are playing are gonna go and level all of them, but I don't think I will. It's far too much effort for me, I'm gonna be honest. I'm quite happy with one character. I was thinking about making a priest second character, but I don't think so. I'll just make a warrior priest on Warhammer instead. I might be having to play warrior priest. My options are Swordmaster if we go order this is. We still haven't decided because we're gonna wait till we have the 6 people ready. If we go order, I'm playing Swordmaster as my preferred. Knight of the Blazing Sun, which is another tank, as a possible, because it is kind of needed, or Warrior Priest, which is a healer. These are like my 3 options. I don't really want to play a DPS, but I am a support kind of guy in PvP video games. Tank and healer in that game is very supporty. That man's name was Tiny Boner. Classic. Actually just noticed that, I guess, yeah, because of our mage armor, we have different levels of resistance again. I think yesterday it was 5, 5, 9, been 11 and 15, I guess. Nice. Let's hand in this quest. And I think we'll leave Grocket there for today. Even though we're not going to level, we're going to be super close to N48. Just leave it. I don't really want to go fight. You know, like 10 mobs to level up.
Be good.
Right now, at least.
How are you? Off
Fine.
with you. Watch your back.
Yeah, we are 3,400 experience from leveling. If there was a quest that I could do literally without having to kill anything, probably would. But there isn't. I'm going to log on to the other characters, check their mail for the week. Didn't do it last week, so now I have 2 weeks worth of mail to look at. You got Rugen. A few. Our second Heart of Fire, at least. Are alright. I don't know if I'll actually use them, but they're alright. Elia, I don't think should have too much. Well, she'll have Dreamweave Circlet. I know that much because I made it just the other day. And some bags. Dreamweave Circlet's gonna be pretty sick. And these shoulders are not an upgrade. Even if they look cool. Lena. Probably a bunch of herbs. We were on Elia last. No bag space though, so I don't know if I'll be able to get them. Thankfully we're playing Lena next. Cause yeah, bags situation is pretty bad. We should be on this character within the next 20 days, so I don't really need to take things. But I'll take what I can. Drop in 2 agility for 7 damn. It's probably worth it. Get to 45. This definitely better. We did get a lot of monkey items while leveling earlier. Bags would be helpful right now, but I got a traffic jam. I can't really get them out. Do I have any bank space? Nope. Yeah, I'm looking forward to leveling this character next because I can actually, you know, deal with this bullshit that we got going on here.
The Alliance.
21 days, so 3 weeks? I feel like we should be done within 3 weeks on Grocket. Easily. Probably not next week, but the week after. Francie's bags are pretty nice recently. They have been pretty much like Lena's in the past, so glad they've calmed down. We found this amazing loot. Level 40 plate beer pants. Fucking sick. Mithril.
Well met.
Guess we can make 2 more of those things. I think when we get to Francie, it's going to be a lot of trying to get thorium. I don't know how much thorium we'll actually be able to come by. But I do need it. I'll be going for it.
Go with honor, friend.
Aquamarine.
Greetings. Light bless you.
We now have this belt and these pants to put on as soon as we play Francie. I just need to find a weapon so I stop using Whirlwind Axe. Like, Whirlwind Axe into level 50 does not sound very fun. Our boomkin. Have a Dreamweave circlet. And port. Advertisements. Dreamweave circlet and 4 bags. Nice. We are going to lose some stam on this, which is mildly concerning on the druid. But there are a lot of items we can get stam back. I think it's okay. And finally, Balma. Just bag. Oh yeah, I did swap out our weapon. I don't think I had the weapon, like the Hammer of the Monkey, when I last played her. I think I got it after. It seems pretty good. But anyway, that's going to be me for today, and indeed for the week. Rocket is basically level 48. So we got pretty much a level and a half. Started the day at 46 and a half. A little bit more rest experience, we probably would have leveled up, but it's okay. We're pretty much where I want to be. So I'll be away for the next 3 days because it's the weekend and F1 stuff on Monday. So I'll hopefully be back Tuesday next week, depending on everything else that's happening in life. We'll hit maybe 49 there because we have a lot of rested. A lot of quests to do in the hinterlands, and then hopefully Tanaris. When at 49, that'd be very good for making Searing Gorge easier. But yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. Have a great night or day, depending on where you are in the world. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.